anybody.
Oh, you must have heard his voice, Kel. He was stood right here. He was evil and threatening.
Would you recognise him again?
Oh, without doubt. As I say, he was plain evil. His eyes were glaring at me. I just turned my head for a couple of seconds to look back at you and he just vanished. I've shone my phone torch all around, but there's just nobody to be seen.
He could be hiding behind one of them big box tombs over there, I suppose.
So you do believe me then? I unzipped the tent and there he was, standing there with his spade. It must have been him we heard out here the other night. Even you heard it on that occasion.
I know, but I still can't help wondering if we've just let our imaginations run wild. After all, my original idea for spending the night here was a sort of spooky excitement, really.
I know, and for me it's worked. Well, please believe me, he was stood here, spade in hand, and he told me to go, and that we were trespassing, and in his place, whatever he meant by that.
His place of work, perhaps?
In the middle of the night? If he's a gravedigger here, why is he working during the night? And what's more, why here in what is now a nature reserve? These graves haven't been tended for a long time now, by the looks of it.
I don't know, Pete. I've got no answers. Perhaps he saw the tent and decided to have a bit of fun. But I do know one thing. I think we ought to spend the rest of the night locked in the car.
Ah, so you're not as sceptical as I first thought.
Sceptical or not, if there just happens to be some nutter prowling around here with a spade as a potential weapon, then I think we'd be safer in the car.
Yeah. What's more, we're leaving this tent right here where it is until morning. We could dismantle and put it all in the car in broad daylight. Best laid plans and all that. I was hoping to get that tent taken down and packed here in the car first thing.
Well, we can just as soon as this rain baits back. Good thing we spent the rest of the night here in the car.
I'm getting hungry. We got any of those sarnies left?
Yeah, but they're a couple of days old. They were intended for eating on the first day of our holiday.
Well, shall we take a look? It's mid-morning now, my stomach feels like my throat's cut.
I'm not risking us having stomach upsets. Look, I reckon the village pub should be open by now. We should be able to get a sit-down snack in there with a coffee or something till this lot's passed over.
Thanks very much. Great. We're at the table by the window.
Thanks for that, love.
Yeah, I paid last time, so it was my turn. They're going to bring our food and coffees over shortly.
You still look very pale in the face, Pete.
Well, hardly surprising, is it? That bloke in the cemetery gave me the fright of my life last night.
Oh, I know that only too well.
Good morning. Oh, hello. Stood here then.
Oh, hi.
Sid Mitchison. We met briefly in the village shop yesterday.
Oh, yes.
I thought you'd gone. Did you spend another night here in the cemetery then? Yes.
Well, you see, the campsite at Felden Moor was unexpectedly closed when we got there, due to flooding. I wasn't ready to go home, so we came back here.
Oh, we have had a lot of rain lately. This morning being no exception. Mind if I join you? No, help yourself, Mr. Call me Sid. Well, you were both extremely brave, that's all I can say.
Can I ask you what you mean by that?
Where your tent's pitched, is that the same place where it was the night before?
Yeah.
Yes, and as soon as we've had our late breakfast and coffee here and this rain has stopped, I'm going back over to retrieve it. Well, if you like, I'll come with you.
Oh.
You might need a hand. I gotta ask you, did you experience anything out of the ordinary while you were pitched here?
Well...
Look on your face says it all. When we saw you in the village shop, we were given to understand that you got something to do with this cemetery yourself. Are you a gravedigger by any chance? I used to be. Just tidies the place up and mows around the graves these days. General upkeep. Don't use grave diggers anymore. they brings in mechanical diggers to do that job nowadays. Health and safety and all that.
All right. What about this bit then?
Oldest part. Nobody bothers anymore, so it was decided a local nature group should look after it, hence the rewilding.
I still reckon it's a great pity that gravestones of all things should become overgrown with grass and weeds.
Good for wildlife. I reckon that's everything. You want a hand with this into your car?
Well, if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind. I said I would. I lives alone, see? Don't see many folk unless I goes to the pub or the shop.
And I don't expect you see many people here in the cemetery, do you? Alive, that is.
Alive? No. But
you know more than you're letting on, don't you?
The village pub is called the Gravediggers' Arms, and there's a very good reason for that. There was an old boy in Stanton Heysham that was digging a grave, had a heart attack and died on the spot. And they buried him in the grave next to the one he'd been digging.
But I don't suppose that's the end of the story, is it?
No, I didn't say anything earlier, but you do realise that you were pitched right on top of an unmarked grave?
You're joking.
Oh, blimey. Well, we thought it was just a bit of flat ground.
If you dig your heel down beneath the undergrowth, you'll feel it hitting some concrete. You probably wouldn't have been any the wiser in your sleeping bags.
Whose grave is it, Sid?
It's him, isn't it?
Arthur Swallet, the grave digger who lost his life and who the name of the pub is dedicated to.
Oh my lord, if we'd known that.
I'm getting the shivers again. And it was him, wasn't it? That's who I saw here last night and who we were digging out here the night before.
Oh, yes.
Not my imagination running rife then.
Certainly not. You see, I've seen him too. Right on that spot.
Oh.
And his grave was inside our tent. We've been laying on top of him.
Right. Let's get this lorry in the car and get the hell out of here.
Yes. Thanks, Sid.
You're very welcome. As they used to say on the telly, don't have nightmares. Pleased to meet you both and have a safe journey home.
Aye.
Bye, and thanks again. What's the matter, Kel? You look just like you've seen a
The
ghost now.
atmosphere here has changed, suddenly.
I trust you won't be looking to move here then.
Oh no, no chance.
Right, let's get the hell out of here.
Yep.
Right, lead the way. I don't care if I never see the likes of Stanton Heysham or its cemetery ever again.
Goodbye, dear people. Never trespass on my property. Ever.